The United Nations chief is warning that since 1900, sea levels around the world have risen at a faster rate than before that time. The increase put some countries like Bangladesh, China, India, and the Netherlands at risk and endangers 900 million people living in low-lying coastal areas. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres made the statements Tuesday in a speech to the UN Security Council. He declared that sea levels will rise a lot even if the average world temperature's increase is limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Guterres warned that the Earth is likely on a path to warming. He said that amounts to a death sentence for many countries, especially small island nations. Guterres also said many large cities face the threat of rising sea levels. The cities he listed include Cairo, Lagos, and Maputo in Africa, and Bangkok, Dhaka, Jakarta, Mumbai, and Shanghai in Asia. Other threatened cities include Copenhagen and London in Europe, and Los Angeles, New York, Buenos Aires, and Santiago in the Americas. The World Meteorological Organization, or WMO, released data Tuesday on the danger of rising seas, Guterres said. Global average sea levels have risen faster since 1900 than over any preceding century in the last 3,000 years, he said. The global ocean has warmed faster over the past century than at any time in the past 11,000 years. The WMO said the sea level will rise 2 to 3 meters over the next 2,000 years if warming is limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius. With a 2 degree Celsius increase, seas could rise to 6 meters, and with a 5 degree Celsius increase, seas could rise 22 meters. The consequences are unthinkable, Guterres said. Low-lying communities and whole countries could disappear. The world would see a mass exodus of whole populations on a biblical scale. Guterres said competition for fresh water, land, and other resources would become fiercer. The 2015 Paris Agreement called for nations to limit the rise of the average world temperature to 2 degrees Celsius by 2100, compared to the time before modern industry. It said nations should keep the rise as close as possible to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The Security Council meeting also heard speakers from about 75 countries. All voiced concerns. Some worried about the survival of their countries. Samoa's UN ambassador, Fatumanava o Upolu III Pa'ulele Uteru, spoke for the alliance of small island states. He said the island nations are among the lowest emitters of greenhouse gases that drive climate change and sea level rise. Yet we face some of the most severe consequences of rising sea levels. He said there is an urgent need for wealthy nations to fulfill their international promises on climate change and help poor countries. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield agreed. She said that the threat of sea level rise is real. It is a direct result of our climate crisis, and it is a matter of international peace and security. The worst impacts can be avoided, but we have to act now, and we have to act together, Thomas Greenfield said. I'm Mario Ritter, Jr.